The invisible threads. In a bustling city of high towers and narrow streets, there lived a young weaver named Ilara. Her family had made cloth for generations, strong, beautiful fabrics worn by both kings and commoners. But Ilara was not content with ordinary weaving. She wanted to weave something no one could see. The dream one evening. While working by candlelight, she whispered to herself, "What if a cloth could be felt but not seen? What if it could warm the heart without covering the body?" That night, she dreamed of an old woman with silver hair and eyes like starlight. The woman placed a shimmering spindle in Ilara's hands. "Weave with this," the old woman said, "and you will spin threads of connection, invisible, yet unbreakable. They will bind hearts, not just garments." When Ilara awoke, the spindle was on her table. The first threads she began to weave. The loom made no sound, and the shuttle carried nothing she could see. Yet she felt the work growing under her fingers. When she finished, she found herself holding not fabric, but a single long, invisible thread. Unsure what to do, she tied one end around her wrist and the other around her little brother's. He looked up startled. "I feel closer to you," he said, "like I can hear your heart." The spread, Ilara began to give her invisible threads to others, to old friends who had drifted apart, to merchants and customers who quarreled, to lonely widows and orphaned children. Everywhere the threads went, people grew kinder, more patient, more understanding. Soon, the city was laced with a web no eye could see, a net of care, trust, and quiet love. The challenge one day, a wealthy nobleman came to Ilara. "Sell me all your threads," he said. "I will decide who should be connected and who should not." Ilara shook her head. "These threads cannot be bought or owned. They are given freely or they lose their strength." The nobleman was furious. He tried to cut the invisible web, sending men through the streets with knives. But the moment they cut a thread, it vanished, only to appear again. When two hearts forgave each other or reached out in kindness, the lesson years passed, and Ilara grew older. By then, she could walk through the city and see the invisible threads, shimmering faintly in the sun, though no one else could. They stretched from window to window across market stalls, between strangers who had never spoken but would help each other in times of need. One night she sat on her doorstep with her loom beside her. A young apprentice asked, "How do you make them so strong?" Ilara smiled. "They are not made by my hands. I only begin them. The strength comes from the hearts that choose to hold on." And when she died, the threads did not vanish, for they were not hers. They belonged to everyone who had ever been tied by them. Moral: the bonds we create through kindness, trust, and love are invisible, but they are the strongest fabric of all.